Hey guys, back in the kitchen with you again for another money saving video on meat. This is a boneless pork loin, or about really half of it. They're usually much longer. Got this one on sale for $2 a pound. Normally was, can't quite make it out because it's kind of gotten wet and blurry. Oh, $4.99 a pound. So, $9 for this pork loin, and I'm going to show you how we're going to cut it up. We're actually going to make more boneless pork fingers with this. It's another type. It's actually less fatty. Um, Last ones I made with the Boston butt, and my wife wasn't thrilled with them. She actually likes these better, the ones I make with this type of pork. So let me I'm gonna go to the sink and open this real quick, and I'll be back. Okay, so have this end, and on this particular one, this is the sirloin end. This is the one that would actually go towards the back part of the pig. This is the center right here. So that's where you would get center cut pork chops. You ever see those? That's the part where they come from. So this would actually be the back. Then if we had the whole thing, it would go to where you had where the Boston butt, actually the blade, the shoulder would be on over on this end. Okay. So what we're going to do with this is, first thing we're going to do. Oh, and I will tell you this: a lot of these vacuum packed pork pieces of meat, when you first open them up, they may have somewhat of a slight sour smell to them. That goes away. There's nothing wrong. If it smells really, really sour and feels really slimy, then you got an issue. Okay. This is the front right here. You can tell if you look, this is where the tail of the pork chop would be. So the front would be here. And you can cut it either way, however you want, but this is the way we're going to do it today. Is we're going to take the knife, we're going to square off the end. Okay, now that I'm still going to throw on the grill. We're going to take and cut maybe a little thicker. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side for the moment. Then, just like on the Boston butt, slice this right down the middle, and we now have some boneless pork fingers. They're smaller than what you would get with the Boston butt, but they're still good. And being it's just my wife and I, this will be perfect to throw on the grill for dinner. Go over a little bit. There we go. Okay. At this point, if you want, you could take and cut a small roast with it. Could cut it and then cut it into strips for pork stir fry. There's a lot of different things that you could do. My gimbal's acting crazy again. A lot of things that you could do with this piece of meat. Primarily, what I'm going to do is I'm cutting these boneless pork fingers, and then I'm going to cut the rest up into chops. I'll cut some kind of on the thicker side to throw on the grill. It's still a little, I had frozen it, but still a little frozen, so it's a little more difficult to cut, but we grill pretty much everything, or I do at least. I do most of the cooking, so that gives us 4. Okay, there's 6. And if you wanted, you could cut them thinner if you're going to fry them. This is a little thick for frying. And then when you get to these parts that have, they're kind of fatty, you can just take your knife, trim some of that fat off, and go from a pork chop like this to one like this. I still leave a little fat because it's going to lend to the juiciness. And if I wanted, I could save the pork fat for making sausage or rendering it out to use for lard or whatever, but not going to do that. I'm just made a bunch of sausage, and usually the Boston butts will have plenty enough fat on them for sausage. And so we'll just cut. And then I'll just split this last piece down the middle. And if ever you want to do a fancy cut and do butterfly, just cut till you're almost down at the bottom and just lay it open, and you have a butterfly pork chop. Alright, so now out of that packet, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meals for 20 bucks. Really kind of hard to beat, and as you saw, I did not stop the camera. Anything you have seen me cut, everything, all in one shot, and so it doesn't take long. All I need to do is package these up, stick them in the freezer. Those I will show you in the next video, how I'm going to season those for the grill. Alright guys, if y'all haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate it if you would. Hit the notification bell if I want to put the new videos out, especially next video. Plan on doing my rub, a dry rub that I use on pork and chicken. And you could share it, I would appreciate it. You'll have a great day. Thank you.